three planes of higher consciousness evolve as follows. The bridge to higher consciousness is the heart chakra. The emotional body senses evolve via the soul/sacred heart center. The mental body consciousness evolves via the sacred mind and soul consciousness. Spiritual awareness becomes the third component via the soul, and the current resident, oversoul/higher self. Beloved masters, when you are attuned to the mid-fourth dimensional frequencies of light, you relinquish the idea of being human as you have known it in the past. It is a time of the emergence of your soul consciousness as you allow it to become the reigning influence within your life. This means you begin to listen to the wisdom of your body elemental and the signals it sends as to what is appropriate for your physical and emotional well-being. Your DNA and the cells of your body begin to integrate the higher frequencies of light, and gradually, you begin to vibrate and attune to the refined energy of the new age. This period of the transformation process could be likened to a death of your old self-consciousness, which is really the process of removing the veils of illusion. As you integrate each new level of your oversoul/higher self, you absorb the wisdom and illumination of that facet of your vaster being. You are in the process of shedding the multiple layers of density, which you have absorbed within your auric field down through the many ages of earthly experience. The saying "the light shall set you free" is a true statement, for the light is dissolving the layers upon layers of negativity that you have carried for such a very long time. You begin to function within an auric field of refined light of your own creation as you turn inward, and learn to stay focused and centered within your sacred heart in the power of the now moment. Over time, you, as light transformers, begin to draw forth and integrate the maximum amount of adamantine particles of creator light, and you then consciously radiate forth the remainder out to humanity and to the world. When you achieve a certain level of harmony within, you open the physical body gateways or portals to the higher dimensions. These are major steps in the ascension process. When this process is complete, you are well on your way to gaining access to the first sublevel of the fifth dimension, where your entry-level sacred triad is waiting to welcome you. The Adam, Eve Kadmon body is your original individualized seed Adam God Self in a fully conscious light body form, created by the Elohim, Lords of Light/Builders of Form, as the archetype of humanity. The Adam Kadmon embodies the original complete divine and spiritual nature of man/woman. It is not the same as your personal oversoul body of light, which is evolving towards divine consciousness, your higher selves, your spiritual/oversoul body, and your sacred triads are refracted facets of your God Self, your original light body. The Kadmon light body has the ability to take on any form necessary to create and experience all forms of creation in your Father/Mother God's plan for this universe. The Adam/Eve Kadmon is a spiritual physical creation, which incarnates in the planetary worlds during all cycles of divine creation. Physical body, in the beginning awakening process, there is a desire to turn inward and to listen to the inner wisdom of the soul. This soul awareness includes your body elemental, the memory seed Adam, which contains the perfect blueprint for your original Adam/Eve Kadmon light form. Emotional body. First, you become aware that your emotions control you through your wants, needs and desires, which in the long run do not bring you a sense of happiness or satisfaction. You begin to turn inward and question your life choices, asking what have resulted from your actions. You begin to seek answers for the pain and dissatisfaction in your life. The voice of your superconscious mind becomes stronger as you gradually take heed and follow your soul's guidance. As you become comfortable, and begin to rely on this voice of higher wisdom, the ego desire body gradually relinquishes control, and the soul self becomes the director and guiding influence in your life. You begin to align your will with the will of your higher self, for you have gradually learned to trust the inspirational and intuitive thoughts from your sacred mind. Eventually, you begin to view all interactive events in your life from a higher vantage point. You develop emotional detachment through a more refined view of human interactions. Having experienced most of the important tests of the emotions, you develop a better understanding of the human emotional nature. Again, you learn to go with the flow, and you view your tests and challenges as gifts and opportunities for growth. You have learned to make peace with the past, and to script your future, as you endeavor to live and focus on the now moment. Gradually, over time, the vibrational patterns of the emotional body are lifted above the magnetic pull of the physical realm. Mental body, you begin to realize the limitations of your subconscious and conscious minds, and you see how rigid, limited and stuck you have been in the mass consciousness belief structure. You willingly begin a self-analysis process, whereby you reevaluate your attitudes, judgment and programmed concepts. You begin to feel a burning desire to expand your knowledge beyond your physical reality, as you seek to learn why you are here on earth, and the greater meaning of life. Your instinctive mind gives way to your higher intellectual mind, and gradually you gain access to your sacred/intuitive mind. As your soul self becomes the director of your destiny, your life begins to change dramatically for the better. Then faith and trust become an inborn certainty that all is happening in divine order. You also know with certainty that you are on an upward spiraling path to a more refined, harmonious and loving reality. All you have to do is stay in the moment, and take one step at a time as the way is opened before you. I am Archangel Michael. Channel, Rana Vezain. We live in an energetic field of all possibilities and potentialities. Every possible way of life and expression of consciousness is available for us. We only need to realize that we are living in its reality in every way we can imagine. This aligns us with the energetic pattern of the reality we choose. We can take ourselves there. Expanding our learning curve, we can play with energetic patterns and understand their nature. We can look more deeply into our own nature to discover our true essence and abilities. We cannot compete with the subconscious in enlivening our bodies and controlling our energetic signature, except that the subconscious has only deductive reasoning, while we also have inductive reasoning. This places the subconscious as our necessary servant in navigating the human world and staying in the body. We can train our subconscious to operate only in the energetic spectrum of heart consciousness. With focused attention and deepest love and joy, we empower quicker manifestation of our visions, because we are aligned with the consciousness that creates everything. Our expanded conscious awareness beyond spacetime guides us to the desires of our heart. Our place is to work with those energies in our intuitive knowing. We can be guided by our alignment with what we love the most, and we can radiate this energy throughout humanity and the cosmos for the enhancement of all life. Within the human trance, ego consciousness will not go beyond fear of the imagined and unknown. To be truly objective, we must be willing to let go of everything we think we know, because it is based on limiting beliefs, created by ego consciousness without higher guidance. Our reality is beyond spacetime, just like all the subatomic entities that comprise our physical bodies. They are present in our awareness only when we recognize them. Without our attention, they are not present in the physical, which is the energetic spectrum that ego consciousness recognizes. This is a timeline or dimension of consciousness. It is one of infinite possibilities, and we can have access to any of them, including all the constituents of our bodies. The requirement for changing dimensions is realizing the reality of the energetic patterns that are not present in the dimension we currently occupy. It begins with desire, openness and gratitude. Through imagination, we can align our personal energy with the vibratory patterns of what we want. In this way we are the creators of every quality we experience. The clearer we are emotionally and mentally, the better we can focus our attention without distraction, regardless of everything our ego conscious throws up for our attention. As we let go of all anticipation and eventualities, we can open ourselves to the abundance that interpenetrates us, waiting for our realization of its reality. Its manifestation in our experience is always present for our recognition and alignment. Beyond the enclosure of ego consciousness, we are formless and always present in awareness with any ability and attribute we identify with. We can learn to be intentional in the use of our consciousness for the enhancement of all life, including our own. By Kenneth Schmidt.